Hi everyone, this is Compound Measures Class Practice Only, page 257. The first part of this lesson is a review lesson for you because you've been doing this converting measures for a while now. I'm just going to review it with you though. You start off with problem number 1 and they have 2 feet 4 inches. And we are converting to the lesser unit of inches, or section 1. Okay, so for that means you're going to have to convert this, and you don't touch this till the end. So we're going to use the 1, 2, 3 step method of English measures to convert 2 feet. So larger to smaller, we multiply. There are 12 inches in a foot. So it's 2 times 12 equals 24 plus this 4 that's hanging over. And when you convert it, it turns into 28 inches. And I know you've been doing that for a long time. So that means the next one's going to be even easier for you. The next one says 1 peck and 3 quarts. Okay, so we're going to convert pecks. We're going to multiply. There are 8 quarts in a peck. So it's 1 times 8 equals 8. We're not done. We add this 3. And that's 11 quarts. Now the next one's the one everyone misses. Not because I don't think you know how to do it. I just think maybe you forget that you need to put the scale. I think the scale this year might be new. So anytime you see a metric problem, you need to write out the scale in order to convert it. We multiply by 10 going this way. We divide by 10 going that way. All of these will be multiplying times 10. When you're working with whole numbers, you just add a 0. When you're working with decimals, you move your decimal. So let's see what we need to do. Okay, so our number is 3 decagrams is 5 grams. And we're not going to add that until the end, so we're converting the 3 decagrams when we go from larger to smaller. So you're going to put 3 underneath deca. So what this means is, since we have a whole number and we don't really need to add decimals, we're going to be moving it and it's going to stay a whole number. We're going to just move our decimal to the right because we're going to multiply times 10 per hop. We have 1 hop. So we move our decimal 1 time. Here's our new decimal. And that becomes 30. And that's the same as doing 3 times 10 equals 30 if you want to do it that way, since there was 1 hop. So we have 30 decagrams plus the 5. And your answer is 35 grams. And that's your answer here. It's really easiest if you just move your decimal per hop, but I think you are attached to the times 10, but you'll see why I'm telling you to move the decimal when we convert in the other direction. Okay, now we're going to convert to the larger unit. And we're using the same numbers. We have 2 feet 4 inches. So anything in your larger unit, that'll become your whole number, and anything in your smaller unit, that will become a fraction. 4 will be the top part of your fraction, and the denominator will be how many inches are in a foot. There are 12 inches in a foot, so that's 2 and 4/12. You cannot leave in 6th grade math any fractions that aren't reduced. You know, I'm still saw on your quizzes some fractions that weren't reduced. You never, ever, 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 ever have a fraction in 6th grade that is not reduced. Always look at it and see that it can be reduced. If you're not doing that, you're going to be in serious trouble from now on. From now on, they think that you know how to reduce, and unless they specifically say don't reduce a fraction, then you're going to get it wrong. So you need to reduce 4/12. 4 can go into 4 one time, and 4 can go into 12 3 times. And so your answer is 2 1/3 feet. Okay. Next one is 1 peck and 3 quarts again. Remember, we're turning this into a whole number. The 3 becomes the numerator. And then how many quarts were in a peck again? That's right, it was 8. 3/8 is already reduced. It was already reduced, so that is your answer, 1 3/8 pecks. Now we're going to get to that move the decimal that I told you about. Write out your scale. King Henry doesn't usually do chores much. And we don't need to convert the whole number this time of 3 deciliters. Even though they changed it to deciliters, it doesn't matter. It's still unit of measure. Okay? So we have 3 decas, and that's our whole number. And then the 5 will go underneath the unit of measure. Now, as you can see, we need to divide by 10 by moving it this way. But instead of dividing by 10, we're just going to move our decimal. Right after every whole number is an understood decimal. So that's 5 decimal. And then this time we're moving from unit to deca, and we're dividing by 10. And so we know that when you divide by 10, that moves your decimal. So for every 0 you have, that's how many times you would move your decimal. You only have 1 hop. So we only need to move it 1 time. So now that becomes 3 plus 0.5 is 0.5. So that's 3.5 deciliters. If you can't remember that and you want to just divide it, that's by 2. You're just as welcome to do it like this. And you would get 0.5 that way as well, if you just want to divide it. But since we know that anytime you divide by a power of 10, it's going to move your decimal, that's why we do it that way. Okay, now we're going to get to the new stuff. When you are adding compound measures, this is how I tell y'all to do it. Let me write it out. First, it's 3 pounds, 9 ounces. And then you have 4 pounds, 8 ounces. And then you have 2 pounds, 9 ounces. What I do so I can remember is just draw a line through these. You're going to add them separately. So just draw a line and act like that's 2 separate problems. And those, like, I don't like those. Okay, so we're going to act like this is 2 separate problems, and then we're going to convert it in the end. So you have 9 plus 9 is 18. Did y'all get it? So you have 26 ounces. Is that what you got? Good job. Okay, so you have 26 ounces here, and you're going to move this side, and what do you come up with? Should have 9 pounds. Okay, so you have 9 pounds, 26 ounces. There's going to be some of you that do not listen to me, and you leave your answer like that, and you're going to get it wrong, and you think that you added it right. And the reason that you're going to get it wrong is because you didn't convert this. You can't have too many ounces there. You have to convert your ounces to pounds with however many ounces that you have there. So how many ounces are in a pound? That's right, there are 16 ounces in a pound. So you're going to take that 26 and you're going to divide it by 16. The number that you put on top here will become pounds. And then the leftover that you would put for a remainder, that's going to become how many ounces that you have. So how many times can 16 go into 26? 1 time. with 10 left over. So this 1 as the whole number is going to move over here. So that becomes 10 pounds. And then you had how many left over? If you can remember, you had 10 right here. So when you convert this, it converts to 10 pounds, 10 ounces. So if you left that answer as 9 pounds, 26 ounces, you would get it wrong, because in that 26 ounces, there's a pound of ounces in there that has to be moved over to the pounds. So after you convert it, it becomes 10 pounds. 10, and my O's like the same size, 10 ounces. Hopefully you understand that. Let's look at another one. Okay, so it takes me a while to write out the problems, and y'all don't have to, so give me a sec. It's 4 feet 5 inches. And then you have 2 feet 7 inches. And then you have 3 feet 9 inches. 5 plus 7 plus 9 equals, I'll give you a second, and that is 21 inches. And remember, we're doing those separately. You don't carry the 2 anymore like you would have in a normal problem. You just treat them as separate. And then 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 9. So before converting, you have 9 feet 21 inches, but you know that there's a foot, some feet of inches in there. There's 12 inches in a foot. So you're going to do the 1, 2, 3 step. You're converting inches to feet. You're going smaller to larger. And there's 12. So it's 21 divided by 12. And remember, you'll have your whole number, and then the leftover will be your inches that you leave in this column. So 12 can go into 21 one time, which is 12. And that's 9. So that's 1 foot here and 9 inches left over here. So let's move that over. This foot will move over to this column. So you now have 10 feet, and then left over you had 9 inches. And let me erase the rest of it so you can see. So that's 10 feet, 9 inches is your answer. So remember, you have 2 separate columns when you add and subtract. And we got one more. I would like you to do this one more by yourself, but today I've determined I'm going to do them all with you, so I'm going to do it with you. So you have 3 hours. I heard you all go, yay! 3 hours and 12 minutes. And I'll show you why in a minute. 9 hours and 39 minutes. One hour and 48 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to do all my minutes and then all my hours. So 12 plus 39 plus 48, you add it up. So you should have gotten 99 minutes. Now remember, you can't leave that like that. And 13 hours. So you have 13 hours and 99 minutes, and you can't have 99 minutes. You're going to convert it to the larger. I left some on there. Okay, so you're going to divide by, there's 60 minutes in an hour. So that's going to be 99 divided by 60. Oh, great. Sorry, I had to pause you. My dogs went crazy. I don't know why. Okay, so we're converting by 60 minutes in an hour. So 60 can go into 99 one time. So that's going to be 1 hour. And that leaves you 39 minutes left over. So when you move this hour over, it becomes 14 hours. And then you had 39 minutes and 39 minutes. I hope you understand those now. They're pretty easy once you understand. You just convert it at the end. And if you add them separately. Okay, section 4 is a review of algebra. Okay, on your form, when you fill in your form today, I do not want the 10 equals 10 on the bottom. That's your check. I'm not even asking you to check, so don't check the problems. I just want you to work these out. And I'm only going to do, actually, I'm going to do 2 of these today, and then the last one, I'll let you do it by yourself. Okay, so you have 4a, and it's x plus 4 equals 10. 10 you don't need to do anything to today. We just need to move this plus 4 to the other side. So we're going to say x equals, and we're going to move this 4 by moving it across the equal sign, but changing its sign. So now you keep your 10, and instead of being a plus 4, we change it to minus 4. So x equals 6. I'm not even teaching you how to check it right now because I don't want you to get confused. But what you would do is just put the 6 where the x is, and that would be 6 plus 4 equals 10, 10 equals 10. But I don't want you to put 10 as your answer in your answer form. This is your answer, okay? Okay, let's look at the next one. The next one says x divided by, I think that's a 3. Yep, x divided by 3 equals 7. And again, we don't have to do anything to this 7. We're just going to move this divided by 3 symbol by changing it to its opposite. Its opposite when it moves across the equal sign is to multiply. Whoops, don't want to put in x. So that'll be 7 times 3. So x equals 21. Super easy. I'm going to let you do one problem by yourself today. If you watched this lesson, then you got all of the answers. Enter your answers into your form very carefully. And you guys have a great day. Take this extra time to do research paper cards, at least 3. Okay, God bless y'all. Miss you. Bye.